been a very strong year for JLEN. Portfolio valuation is £795.4 million at 31st of March 2022. That's an increase of 220 million since the previous period. NAV per share is 115.3 pence, and that's a 25% uplift since the previous year, primarily driven by increases to near-term gas and electricity prices. If we look at the returns that we've delivered, since IPO we've delivered a total shareholder return of 77%. That's equivalent to an annualised return of 7.4%. We completed 3 acquisitions during the year, contributing to a portfolio that now consists of 37 assets. Megawatt capacity of the portfolio as a whole is now just under 360 megawatts. We made our first acquisitions in biomass combined heat and power and energy from waste, increasing the portfolio diversification both in terms of technology and geography. This includes the Cramlington Biomass project, which we bought out of administration at an attractive price, and this is a material contributor to performance during the year. The company also made its first divestment of mature assets, selling 2 French wind farms, and these assets were sold at a 25% uplift to their carrying value prior to the start of the sales process. So if we consider the makeup of the portfolio, 29% wind assets, 28% waste and bioenergy, 22% AD, 17% solar, and the remainder are our hydro, battery storage and low carbon transport investments. Total dividends for the year past were 6.8 pence per share, and that's in line with the target that we set in the 2021 annual report. Dividend cover for that dividend is 1.08 times, and that does not include the proceeds from the sale of the French wind assets. The target dividend for the year ahead is 7.14 pence per share. That's a 5% uplift on the previous dividend, and this really speaks to the strength of our underlying revenues. We expect dividend cover to be boosted for the year ahead, supported by high gas and electricity prices. This expectation is supported by the extent of fixed price arrangements that we have in place, locking in current prices. Around 75% of the portfolio has a fixed price arrangement for the coming year, giving some protection from volatility in energy markets.
JLEN has developed ESG KPIs to measure its performance over time against its stated ESG objectives, namely to promote the efficient use of resources, to develop positive relationships with the communities in which it works, and to ensure effective ethical governance across its portfolio. JLEN has been proactively tracking metrics such as carbon emissions avoided, renewable energy generated and waste recycled for several years, and continually looks for ways to improve on accuracy and transparency in its reporting for investors. In 2021, we expanded on this by adding 21 ESG metrics, which we felt was appropriate for the fund and against which we will track performance over time, and we will be reporting on this for the first time this year. Furthermore, last year, we voluntarily linked ESG metrics to our revolving credit facility, whereby interest rate incurred will increase or decrease depending on our performance against these stated objectives. This year, we have also included our disclosure against the Task Force for Climate-Related Financial Disclosures, TCFD, recommended disclosure for the first time in our annual report. And post-period end, we're delighted to have won the AIC's award for Best ESG Communication. This is an exciting time for an environmental infrastructure fund such as JLEN, with evolving sectors such as renewable energy generation, low carbon transport and the refuelling network that's needed to support that, developing sectors such as low carbon hydrogen and carbon capture, and sectors such as controlled environments which support hard to abate industries such as agriculture. We've been investing into renewable energy generation that provides energy security for the UK since 2014, and we're excited by the opportunities in front of us for further investments into these asset classes with JLEN's broad investment policy. Indeed, over the last year, we have further diversified our portfolio by investing into sectors such as biomass to heat and power, and energy recovery from municipal waste. And these investments contribute positively to the environment by way of renewable energy generation and reducing waste to landfill, respectively. And from a financial viewpoint, our assets benefit from a government-backed source of revenues that provide an inflation-linked dividend to JLEN, and this in turn supports our own progressive dividend policy to our shareholders.